Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to part 2 with the John Wick of deer hunting. Kevin Dvorak, the Beers and Deers podcast, Guillotine, Rambo, Tile Power. Here we go.
We're back. Okay, so we decided to do a part 2 with this one because we didn't want to run too long, and I got another thing I wanted to ask you.
About. My boy, we
So
haven't
much,
seen him in
so
like
much.
4 years.
I've been in hiding.
He's been busy.
I've been quarantined for 4 years straight.
Before it
hold
even
on.
came over.
When we were off the air, you were talking about how much corn you feed these beautiful brown beasts in the woods. How much corn did you put out last year?
Last year we were buying corn 2,000 pounds at a time.
Whew. Whew.
Yeah.
You prefer to hunt over corn, or
Yes.
is it just
Yes.
How many times do you do that?
Once a week.
Holy
week.
Once a week, I'll go to that's Bead Monday because we're going to top off every feeder in the woods,
Okay.
and then every week. Every week we pull cards and put corn out every stand every week.
damn.
How much are you paying for a ton at a time?
Last year when the corn prices were right, it was $10 a hundred. Now it's $13 a hundred or $7 to $50.
So too much.
Too much. Too much.
Yeah, corn has went up a lot.
We also planted corn this year as well.
Now, do you use what kind of feeders are you using?
Moultrie.
Yeah, that's
the
what I got.
The 200 pound.
Yep, that's what I got.
I run the dinner plate, not the slinger.
You're using the dinner plate or the slinger.
The one
Right.
that spins?
Yeah.
What's the dinner plate?
The old school ones came down with a straight tube and had a flat plate, and it would hold everything in, and they went away from them and then went to like the Boss Buck 3-hole pipe style. I've never had much luck with the slinger style.
Yeah, he put his slinger style out.
They don't want to touch it.
Yeah.
It scares them.
Get that thing
Father's
out of there.
Day.
Get it out of there.
So what? Can I get a
Yes.
dinner plate attachment for
You
it?
can, yes. All you have to do is uncouple the bottom and take that thing and do what we've done to the rest of ours and throw them away.
Yes.
Yeah, it's going.
Get out of there.
The old style was a metal plate that came in 2 sections and you bolted it together and then had the tube. Now it's just the 3 pipe style like the Boss Buck.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Get rid of that.
That thing they're scared of it.
Yes. But also putting them somewhere that it hasn't been before is going to take a while to bring them back.
Okay.
You're introducing something that they're not used to seeing.
Yeah. That's kind of what I figured, but I was hoping they'd adjust to it.
Yeah,
But
I didn't think it would take this long.
Yes.
He
You got to
put-
get rid of the battery.
Yeah, he put it out Father's Day.
got to
and
go.
still nothing.
yeah, I might have to get rid of that thing. I mean, it is what it is. And we hung 2 stands around it too, off of its position, so we could play the wind off either way.
Yeah.
And it kind of sucks to put all that work in, and I'm not
And-
getting deer.
And they have soybean to eat.
Yeah.
Corn to eat.
So that's what I'm thinking. When it gets cold, they might get used to it. But man, they're fucking terrified of that thing.
When do you have it set to go off?
Like 2. Because at first I had it at like 6 a.m. and 6 p.m.
Yeah, the wrong
But I was
times.
like,
Yeah.
that's scaring them. So I set it to like 2 p.m.
You need it more in the daylight.
Yeah.
Noon
Like 9
to-
and 3 or something like that.
Yeah.
So you're not slinging it while they're there.
Yeah. And it's trial and error at this point. But I think maybe I'll have to switch up, like you're saying.
Yep. Yeah, we've switched every one we had that we couldn't buy that had the dinner plate. We switched and bought them.
How many of them you run?
Four
Four
of
of
them, and then the Moultrie, like 55-gallon collapsible drum style, where it just uses pressure to
Okay.
push it out.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the way. How many stands you got up there?
We run 11 or 12 of the Hawk man and a halves, and then we have 2 Hawk 2-mans, and then like a big game 2-man and some off-brand 2-man.
Damn,
2-man.
fucking killer.
Yeah,
You
you
gotta
I always
fucking-
get told you only have one ass, but you never know where they're going to be.
13 stands of one ass.
13
Yeah.
stands.
Killer.
one ass.
You gotta have places to put that ass. You
Yeah.
can't just keep going to the same spot.
I'm with you
Yeah.
100%, man. I feel like you can hunt a spot out real quick if you hit it too much.
Cameras don't lie.
Yeah.
You got to do your homework.
Yeah. How many cameras you run?
One for every stand.
Okay. That's
One for
ideal.
every stand, and then if we're on Winch Road, we're running them on the field edges too, just to see what's sneaking by.
That's a lot of work, man.
It takes all day Sunday to do it.
Yeah.
By the time you get motivated, it's all day.
Yeah. So that's every Sunday.
That's every Sunday. That's our church.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. That's what I said. Like I said, that's my weakness. I can't ever do anything half-assed. We're going full bore, so it's going to be
2 speeds, 5th gear, and hold my beer.
exactly. Watch this shit.
Yeah. I like that. All right. So I wanted to ask you about this because Grant, a mutual friend, told me shout out.
Shout out to Papa Pump.
Papa Plum. Coyotes. What's the deal with them, man? Why can't I ever fucking find these fuckers? I know he said you've iced some coyotes, right?
Yeah.
How do you kill them fuckers?
Over deer carcasses.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah. They won't come to a call.
No?
Okay.
No.
Never.
So I wasted $90 on that call.
On that call.
Yeah.
It's fucking fantastic.
Throw your deer carcass out there.
Throw your deer carcass
Yep.
out. And then what do you just sit over it?
We threw them out, went out and put bait out, and then on the way back we noticed one out there and put him to sleep.
Okay.
Oh shit.
I've only ever saw one in the tree while I was hunting.
Yeah.
And he saw me and I saw him and he was gone. Yeah, he was out.
They're smart fuckers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen one in the stand too, and I tried to I fiddled with my phone. I was googling a rabbit call. It's not loud enough, and he just took off. I never seen him again.
Isn't it crazy? Like I've seen Kip Campbell. He'll do he's got a bullshit little hand call,
Yeah,
and they bite all over that thing, man. It's about the part of the country. they're in now.
Dude, it's TV.
It's no, he's doing it. It's just part of the country.
That's
they're in.
Yeah. That
Shout out to Kip, man. I love
Well,
him.
Yeah.
Love that
parents-
guy.
fucking cool motherfucker.
Hold on,
Kip Campbell,
Sure,
sure.
Yeah.
sir, right
Yeah.
there.
If you blow, you got to go.
Yep.
right here.
Yeah.
I'm running. Right here.
I'm a full shooter bass. Doe blows at you. You icing her?
Yeah.
That bitch going to sleep. It's
Yeah.
night time.
Good night.
But yeah.
Get fucking.
If she don't run, she's gonna die.
Yeah.
So my parents are out in Missouri, and they got the motion detector out back, and they got coyotes zipping in and out of their backyard all night long.
I'm not sleeping. I'm shooting.
Yeah.
I'm shooting.
All night long.
I'm letting them ride.
So it depends on the part of the country.
I
we're in.
want to shoot a coyote bad, man.
Well, when we go up for fucking
Well, now that I know deer
Whitetail.
carcasses work, I might capitalize on that.
Just sit one out and where you're not killing deer.
Yep.
yeah, but they're
Or even set it out relatively close to where you're killing deer and sit at your hunt. If I'll shoot a coyote at 50 yards, I don't give a fuck.
they're
Yeah,
a little
God,
more
I'll pawn shot that motherfucker.
they're a little more ballsy
Yeah.
in different parts of the country.
Nice
so-
song dog. What'd you shoot him with?
6.5 creep.
Hey, that
Hey,
fuck that fucking motherfucker.
Yup, you got to get.
nasty looking little fuck.
Yup. Yeah, he met the federals.
And
That is a maker.
dude, they'll tear up some fawns too,
Yeah.
man. They ain't no good
Yeah.
on a deer herd.
know.
You don't want them.
I've never seen more fucking coyotes than when I worked at York Building Products.
They're in there plentiful.
Yes,
Yeah,
they
there's a
are.
lot in there, man.
They come right up to you.
Yeah, they're not scared of you.
Yeah, which ain't a good thing.
No.
Yeah, the one walked right to her last season, right in the stand.
Really,
Yep.
you can ice them things year round, night, don't matter.
Yeah, I'm letting them ride.
Yeah,
Yeah, we tried Yoda hunting. That didn't pan out.
yeah. We didn't put a whole lot into it, but we did try. We tried that call.
Yeah, it's
Zero success.
I know
No.
Grant has an expensive one.
Yeah,
Never.
nothing. Yeah.
Never panned out.
Now, what do you put a camera out on them, or I guess no?
We
you're
just
not
gave
using
him a
cell
little
cam.
time and came back. We were
Yeah,
doing a little heater hunting.
that's with a cell cam. We could put a cell
Yep.
cam out there on a deer carcass
Figure out when they're coming.
and just wait till they come and literally go out when they come.
Eat them.
Right there's 5 minutes down the road.
Yeah,
You could be there within 5 minutes.
yeah. Cell cams, they open up a lot of options.
Yeah, the unemployment line for this white boy right now. I'm telling you right now, I'll be gone. Yeah, shout out to the unemployment line.
Shut up.
It's a
Yeah,
long
man.
fucking line right now too.
He said I got COVID. What'd you say earlier?
Yup.
I got COVID.
Yep, Big Buck comes on camera. COVID, gotta go. I'm out.
Gotta go.
Yep,
Got a fever.
yep.
Shoo! You guys still working on godly hours over there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Right
That
now
makes
we're
it-
working 4 to 4.
That ain't too bad.
God.
I'm almost doing that now.
That fuels the habit, though.
Yeah.
Thank God I got out of there.
It fuels the habit. That's
Yeah,
right.
it takes.
That makes it harder to hunt though, but it you're as passionate as you are.
Right now, if you get out at 4 o'clock, I could be in the tree at 20 after. And that's still right now with the time change. You still got 3 hours.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're still good.
Come on over to Vulcan, Big Daddy. Get your job.
Normally, besides last year, I didn't get into it like I was, but the year before, it was probably 2 months before I missed a day.
Yeah.
I was out there religiously every day.
Yeah.
Every day. It's my dad told me a long time ago, if you're into bow hunting and you want to get into it, he said if you're not pouring 40 hours a week into it, don't even try it.
It's honestly it takes a lot of dedication. If you're going to be a good bow hunter,
it's another job.
Yeah. It really is. And it fucking, except it's the inverse relationship to money. It costs a lot of fucking money.
You gotta pay to play, baby.
Yeah.
I worked 70 hours a week last year, and I shot more deer than all these motherfuckers. So
10 deer last year.
10 deer.
70 hours a week. So I mean, if you put the work in, which you did,
you have
know
to.
what I mean? But it was all you fucking did last year.
yeah, I worked and hunted.
And it comes down to
Isn't that what you're supposed to do then?
I mean, what else is
Yeah.
My old lady, she took it like a trooper.
Yeah.
location. I
mean, you know,
And that's less is more to an extent too, man. Like,
I told her, I was like, it might have helped, because I wasn't in the woods so much. Maybe it had a little bit of help because I wasn't there so much. So
yeah, because if you hunt the wrong days, man, it can hurt you. It can hurt you. I guess if you're going in there with a fucking Ozonics and they don't smell you.
Shout out to my boys at Ozonics. Holla at your
my
boy.
boy.
Yeah.
So,
I need that new Orion X.
Give me yours on my unit.
So that's
I'm in.
that's
That's a
a
good point.
that's
Fire
a
up
test,
Ozonics.
that's a testament to
Yeah.
Ozonics there. I mean, like, just the fact that you do as well as you do, you kill as many deer
I
as
might
you do.
have one for sale at the end of the night. She's gonna buy me this Orion.
But that was
I'm down.
that was a good point you just had, and I feel like people don't talk about. Like if you didn't have a full-time job, you'd be in the fucking woods. You kind of
Probably too much.
work
Yeah.
kind of mellowed you out.
Yeah.
It kept you kind of.
killed me. It fucking
It killed you, but it kind of kept you.
No, I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, I think now unless
It's a spoil,
unless
man.
you have
Hunting's a
that,
spoil.
like he said, like I was saying, that Ozonics, maybe you
Game
can get
changer.
away with sitting there on days where you probably shouldn't be there, where the wind is bad. I mean, you can hunt. So
There's-
with your Ozonics, you can have deer downwind of you, and you don't get busted.
I will have proof this year for all the haters. I will film it.
Can I smoke cigarettes and shit my pants and I can still kill
I've
deer?
killed more deer smoking cigarettes than most people have probably seen.
Did
in
you
their
shit your
life.
pants though?
That's what the Ozonics where you gotta let one rip.
If
son.
I can have an Ozonics and shit my pants and smoke cigarettes, then I'm buying one.
You're golden.
All
I
right.
fart all the time,
Sold.
son.
Buying one
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Shrek always said better out than in.
I can shit myself. I can smoke my cowboy killers and shit my pants and still kill deer. Sold.
Yeah, it's a hard. If that works that well, man,
No other
it's
though. It's like fresh rain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
was what I was like.
Oh, it's.
If it makes my ass
is
smell
it-
like fresh rain, then it's
what does
sold.
it
I would
smell like?
sleep with it,
Fresh
but I'm
rain.
scared that she'd kick it and knock the battery off of it and destroy it. I'm telling you, it's. Everybody's. I'm telling you, the haters will come out of the woodwork, but that thing.
If it
it's
works,
magic.
it works.
It's magic.
Really.
Yeah.
If I could make a candle in that smell, I would.
It's like having a magic condom in your wallet. As soon as you pull it out, it's going down.
I'm
telling
convinced.
you.
I'm getting a Keurig and an Ozonics in my tree stand
I'm
this year.
telling
so.
you. It's.
It makes me want one. It does.
I'm telling you. Everybody's going to
spending
hate.
money.
Everybody's going to hate.
If it works, it works.
I'll wait till some jabroni's selling one, and I'll buy it for
I
half
might have
price.
one for sale tonight if my financial advisor here wants mine. I want the Orion.
Well, if you want to sell yours, let me know because I might be interested.
Let me borrow it.
I'm telling you. It's
I would
the-
love to see it in action.
the first time I ever.
Me too.
It's a game changer.
Yeah.
The biggest thing I've found is like I've had a battery die in the middle of a hunt.
Ooh.
Buy extra, and that'll piss you off faster
So-
than anything else.
How long's the battery
For
last?
the listeners,
I'll run
Kevin's
the-
wife saying she's had a battery die in the middle of a hunt.
And as soon as the battery dies, it's game over.
It's game over.
Like,
Wow.
It's a completely different.
So how long's the battery last?
Depends on what battery you're running. They make an XL battery
All right.
that'll last 4 to 6 hours.
So that's what you need
Yep.
for
Yeah.
most sets.
Just make sure it's charged up
Yep.
and go in.
Yeah. Oh,
I will not leave the house without it.
man.
I'd have a fucking deep cycle marine battery hooked up to my fucking.
I'm telling you.
I have a 12-volt fucking car battery out there hooked up to that
You'll be on the other side of the fence until you decide to buy one. You'll be like, damn, I was wrong this whole time.
This is blowing
But
my
see,
mind.
For me, it's
Yeah.
at this. I love the fact that you can beat the wind with it, but for me, it's almost like I enjoy the challenge of
I'm
having
with that.
the wind. as a
I'm with
factor.
that. I'm with that.
If this chair would
he's
swivel,
a
I'd
killer.
just turn away
is.
from you right
He
now.
is.
Leave you. I'll put my back to you.
My boy Kevin is just a killer. You don't give a
It's,
fuck.
it's I know it's all about being hard, but everybody's there for a reason. It's all about sometimes you got to have a trick up your sleeve, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, and I'm not opposed to it, especially when it comes to like a buck that you just can't beat. If you can't beat this buck, because last year I had bucks over in Elkton in my spot where, man, there was literally nowhere I could sit where they wouldn't win me. I mean, I watched this buck, J Hook, and I sat in the perfect spot. The wind was perfect, everything was perfect, but he checked that whole fucking bedding area. He walked all the way down before he came in. There was literally, I could not have been in a better spot, and it was impossible to kill that deer. There was nothing I could have done.
Well, maybe you had a fucking Ozonics.
But if I had an Ozonics and he couldn't smell me, theoretically, I might have been able to kill that buck.
I'm telling you, I've sold probably 5 or 6 of them things that people buy. And they're
Dude,
like,
you sure
oh
you're not
my
paying?
God, I wish I
Ozonics.
was.
Are you
I'm telling
sure that's
Sponsor our boy.
Ozonics, holler at your boy. I'm telling you.
Sponsor him.
And people that bought them are like, oh my God, I cannot believe that I ever went out without this thing.
This is really skewing me a little bit here.
Yeah.
I should have brought the damn thing and set it
'Cause
up
we've
on
talked-
the table. And
'cause
you'd be mesmerized.
We've talked scent control in numerous episodes, and we're kind of all over the place with scent control. But like,
I think the spray is garbage, honestly.
Yeah,
I really
it's
do.
trash. It's trash.
and we've talked the Ozonics thing a couple times with no experience, and we've touched base on that. We've had no experience with it.
And
Yeah.
we've mentioned.
Kevin, that he used
so,
one.
hey, I'm open to trying something like that, but like the price tag, dude.
Well, you make.
You don't have to buy the Cadillac of it. I mean, they make 2 or 3, 4 different versions.
Yeah.
Like I said, I started out with the 200, and I sold it to my cousin when I bought the 300. I bought it back and gave it to my wife, and then my cousin bought a 300.
Okay.
So I sold the original one I had to get the next one better, but bought it back to give it to her.
And he liked it so much that he bought another
He
one.
bought one.
Okay.
I know 4 people that bought one in one season.
Let's you buy one.
All right, I'll buy it.
I'm telling you. I'm trying to buy one tonight.
I'll buy one.
Find me an Orion X. I gotta have it.
I got to kill more button bucks. Button bucks must die this year.
I gotta kill more 30-pound deer, dude.
Got negative points all over the
Hey,
fucking
September
board.
10th, boys, we're going to paint that woods fucking red.
It's on like Donkey Kong.
It's
I'm
going
so
down.
So we got scenarios. What do we got? We got scenarios or anything?
I don't have any.
I might have.
Oh,
I might
yeah.
have
You got
something
something?
for you. So let me see what we got.
I always
Oh,
love
shoot
the
your
scenarios. I always
I
love
just got
them.
shoot your
It's
pass.
my favorite. Those are my favorites.
Yeah, we all got our favorites. All right.
You got button bars.
All right. Here we go.
They taste
He likes
great.
them tasty.
I do. They're good.
I got one for you. All right, you scout and find a sweet spot, all kinds of sign on public land, but it's a fucking mile hike in there. So you get it all set up. You're like, all right, I'm gonna go in here in the weekend. Say you scout out the weekend before. You make your hike in. You get in there, and 40 yards away, there's another hunter posted up.
40 from a mile hike in. There's
A
another
mile hike
40
in,
yards.
40 yards away,
Dude.
there's another hunter posted up. What are you guys doing? Johnny, go first.
Going home, going to bed. Fuck him.
You just hiked a mile out there. You're
So-
turning
I'm
around.
going home, going to bed.
Yeah. Okay. Runsky, what are you doing?
Taking my dick out, windmilling at him, see if this guy's off.
Here's my dick. Yeah,
Nah,
going to bed.
a mile in.
Yep.
You can almost look at hunters sometimes and figure out they know if they got their shit together or not. If that makes any sense. I mean, if he's up, is he up or down still? Or like we like both get?
He's in the tree.
I'm going up.
You're gonna climb up right
Yeah.
there. So he's gonna be cussing you.
It's a mile in.
Yep. Okay.
Like, eat a dick.
That's fair. That's fair.
Maybe not. I won't set up directly next to him, like 40 yards away from him. But I'm gonna. I'll work that same area, but not right next to him.
Okay.
But if like he's in my sight, I'll go around. Like
Yeah.
I'll loop away 150 yards.
That's too much work. I'm out of
It's
here.
you're in.
You're already
like,
there.
You're there. Like,
that.
are you kidding me? Like, I'm not walking a mile in and turning the fuck around and walking a mile back. Like,
that's
I'm
true.
here.
Yeah.
Like I'll walk.
I'm down with that.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
down.
There you are, dickhead, asshole. I'll
Yeah.
go 150 yards the other way. and,
Depends
like,
on how many you've already knocked down. I might go right next to him. And go,
Yeah.
The phone in the pocket. and
Right.
walk out.
Like,
We're
it's just-
waving.
at this point.
We're gonna see who stays longer.
I'm sweating like a
Yeah,
whore
we're
in
waving.
church at this point,
Yeah,
and I
we're
got my
waving.
shit with me. Like I'm not turning around.
Yeah.
And if I-
partner.
Seeing anything?
and you went in there a mile for a reason. You know there's big deer. Just set the fuck up.
Yeah. Stick and stay, make it pay.
Yeah, put your big boy pants on and fucking figure it out.
I'm with you. So I'm gonna probably go. I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna move.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
going
look at
close.
the guy,
Would you
but
have
I'm
a
gonna
plan?
move.
Would you have a plan B just in case Plan A got destroyed?
I'd hope so, but
Just stare at him.
yeah,
Yeah.
Assert dominance. Go pee on
I'm gonna climb up his tree and drag that motherfucker out of there.
John's TPing the guy while he's in his stand with the toilet paper roll.
What's it gonna
You
take?
son of a bitch.
What's it take to make you leave?
John's gonna mag like below his stands, flashing it at him, Morse code. Get the fuck out of here.
Get that fuck.
But yeah, like you're a mile in.
Nah,
Yeah.
dude. I've hunted public
A
land
mile?
too much. I've
Yeah.
done it too much. Fuck that amount.
You know what I'd probably do? And now I just thought of this. I'm gonna go like, I don't know.
gonna stuff his shit pussy.
If he can't see me, if he
Stuff
can't
his
see
prison
me,
wallet.
Hello, Pornhub.
yeah, I'm gonna crank one out right there. Yeah, you ruined my hunt. I'm ruining yours, motherfucker. You got a Bella Danger on there. Sound all the way up. I'm gonna sit right there. I'm not climbing a tree. I'm taking my stand off my back. I'm gonna still hunt. And if deer fucking come in, I'm gonna walk over there and
Straight
ice one.
gangster.
Nah, dude, I'm out. Fuck
Yeah.
that. I've been there, done that too many fucking times.
All right, I got a shooter pass for you, and I think we might have done this one before, so I don't know if we can count this, but fanny packs, Johnny, you just bought a fanny pack. Kevin, as the newcomer to the group here, we've all talked about how we like to minimize the amount of shit we take into the woods. Like we went from backpacks to now John and I do fanny packs. He says we're gay. I say it as it is.
I'm going with a backpack.
This is my boy right here. Kevin's my boy.
I'm going with a backpack. But if it's muzzleloader season, there's a fanny pack in there as
Hell
well. So
yeah.
everything's
Right,
ready
he's
to
a little
rock.
torn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in the harness, inside I'm having preloads ready to rock.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm more of a backpack guy.
Yeah. And I guess that can relate back to the ozonics too, because you don't have to worry about mitigating scent because you're using that ozonics.
Yeah.
As to that's a factor for me. Not just it's more of a factor for me is I just don't want to lug a bunch of shit into the woods.
Yeah, I'm so.
That's why I like the fanny
Yeah, I
pack.
feel
I'm
the fanny
trying to be a
pack-
minimalist.
What I will say is the fanny pack will force you to streamline yourself a little more.
Yeah.
Now, another thing I'll say, another thing I'll say is that what in the fuck are you putting in your fanny pack that you can't carry on your persons? You can utilize. Like if you're walking in with.
That.
Yeah.
Definitely that.
John just shit his pants. But like, and you can utilize your like. I hunt with a climber a lot. You can utilize your climber to store things. It's not a lot of people do, but you can use it as you can store things in your climber.
Oh yeah, of course. But
It's just it's a preference thing, man. I just don't
water, you know.
So you don't.
Yeah.
You're not taking a backpack either.
know. I'm no fanny pack, no backpack this year.
Really?
I'm 100%. I'm going in streamline, baby.
Where are you gonna take your?
He's got.
Mosquito repellent.
He's using his prison wallet.
No,
Oh man.
dude, my fucking pants. I'm telling you, I can fit everything in my
Dude,
pants.
He's walking in grunting. Grr, brr, brr,
Yeah,
brr.
I'm going in streamline this year.
What kind
I
of
really
pants
am.
is he wearing?
Dude, my
Papa pump stuff?
I got my fucking.
Cargo pants.
I got my fucking
Capris.
dude, I got my redheads, dude. I got my fucking redhead pants. I can fucking do my Gerber, my knife in my belt, my releases on my wrist, my bows in my hand, my climbers on my back,
Okay. Well,
Okay.
cell phones in my pocket. I got my duster. Like, let's go.
we'll
Yeah.
see who many. I
got my
Who
rangefinder.
kills more deer, me or you?
Well, experience is gonna play a factor in that.
I hunt in a fucking petting zoo, dude.
But
Yeah, I'm going with him.
yeah,
I'm
I'm going with him. I'm going with him as well. But I feel that this year I can fucking go into the woods without a fanny pack and a backpack, and I'm gonna do it.
Oh, I like gizmos and gadgets on
Me
them.
too.
So
Yeah.
I'm stuffing everything I
I'm-
own in that
I'm
thing.
tenacious, man. When I put something in my head, I'm gonna do it. And
Kevin.
I think I can do it.
That's a good question for you. Other than your ozonics, what do you take into the woods every time you hunt? Give us a gear dump. What do you got?
I'm gonna take something to drink.
Oh yeah, a bottle of water,
I got my.
Snack.
a cold snack, a Whopper
I-
Pop.
And I'm taking a couple cans of chew,
Oh yeah, gotta have that.
but I'm taking a spitter with me.
How do you feel? Oh, no! We
Not
talked about
spitting
this.
on the ground.
Hold
No,
on,
really?
I got a camo spitter.
I got a question.
camo spitter.
Hold on. We talked about this my
Yes, we
earlier
did.
pods when I jumped in.
Yes, we did.
That's scent.
We talked about this. So some guys believe that spitting
attracts
chew
deer.
out of your stand will attract deer. And there's the other side that believes it will fucking deter deer.
Deter. I'm going with deter.
You're going with deter.
What about pissing on a stand?
Do not do it. I have a pee job.
Really?
This is a hot topic, everybody.
Yeah.
This is
Chiwi.
Wow.
this is a hot topic.
Be quiet.
So you get like the OGs in my family, like my fucking
I'd
uncles.
piss out of that tree stand.
Oh
all the
yeah,
time.
hold on. So it's a whole thing. So my dad is more like the scent control guy, like the smoking the cigarettes don't work, that shit. But I've had uncles and my grandfathers. I smoked fucking massive bucks,
my
fucking
dad, that's
smoking
my dad.
cigarettes,
I've
drinking coffee.
I've done that. Depends on where you are.
So it's a hot topic. Like piss, spit is a sensitive thing.
So you think it's a thing?
I don't leave it if I don't have to.
Wow.
That's interesting.
I get that.
So yeah, that's interesting.
So hold on, finish. All right. Finish out your gear dump. What else you taking? Are you taking binos, rangefinder?
Bino, rangefinder's on the harness itself to the tree.
Okay.
Something to drink. Depends what weather it is. Might have extra pairs of gloves. Hats,
We're in the Rockies.
face shield,
Face shield.
like a whole face.
Yeah, I got a face shield.
it's
Yeah,
cold.
yeah,
Face
yeah.
mask,
mask.
yeah, if it's cold.
Could battery charger for my phone because I'm on.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna
of
be on the
course, yeah.
phone.
Pornhub.
No
sucks
book,
up a lot
Yeah,
of energy.
definitely. Yeah, burning them up, son. You gotta have a big charger.
I'm on Tinder all
Just-
day.
Extra cartridges if it's warm weather for the thermocell.
Yeah.
Little bit
Thermocell.
of little bit of
thermocells.
everything. If I can-
Thermocell. Preach.
If I can take it, it's going with me.
I love that thermocell.
Those Onyx for all you haters out there.
I ain't
It's
hate.
got to go.
Don't.
Yeah.
It's
hey,
like the MasterCard.
you give them the old "don't knock it till you try it."
It's
Yeah.
yeah.
I can't knock. I mean, I'm skeptical, but if you're saying it works, I mean,
Give it 3 weeks. You'll see it on Maryland Bowhunter.
Yeah.
And somebody will ask about it, and then the haters will be flying in.
I'm fascinated that with the piss and the spit thing.
If
Fascinated.
if it's not meant to be there, I'm not leaving it there.
that makes sense.
It does make
Yeah,
sense.
no,
It does
yeah.
make sense.
I've went so far to have a Gatorade bottle that I camo painted to spit in.
Okay.
So what
And
I will.
especially if you're taking that ozonics in and you're spending that money to mitigate your scent. Why would you
You don't
produce
Muddy
more
the
scent?
waters, right?
As to us,
But-
we're playing the wind anyway. So I guess it's maybe for us it makes a little less. We might not need to do that as much.
But what do you think about the professional quote unquote hunters that start a scrape with their piss? Yeah.
It's hard to tell when the camera's not off what
That's
they're doing.
true.
You know
That's
what I mean?
true.
If you were there to see it go down,
That's very, very true.
What I can say is my first bow kill was while I was doing chewing tobacco and spinning it directly out of my stand. Now, was that because of an immature buck? Didn't know what the fuck it was doing?
It was a 6-month-old button buck that just lost its spots.
Could have had something to do with it. No, I needed that. What are you throwing it for?
You could have been jerking off in the stand. He would have just looked at you.
my dad
He
said
had
that,
milk. He had milk on his lips.
my
Well-
dad told me that he used to spit tobacco juice on their head.
Yeah.
And I've also been up a tree and smoking a Marlboro Light and killed
Now, mind
4.
you-
I mean, it's
But what works sometimes doesn't always work
no.
either.
No.
And it doesn't work for an old buck, not old smart doe either. And an old smart doe is just as smart as an old buck.
Oh, she'll bust you before a buck will.
Yeah, them big old does, they ain't
Well,
dumb, man. They're just as hard to hunt.
The reason I brought up what I brought was because of the age range I killed it was my first bow kill.
Yeah.
So an old fucking savvy buck may have fucking got on that or winded that and said, fuck you. That ain't normal.
If it was the rut, you could have had a TV up there with you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
yeah, yeah.
So it's...
They don't care what you're doing now.
I could definitely
I've yelled
see...
at them.
Yeah.
I've had one watch me get up the tree and come back.
Yeah. They're on a mission. They got a one-track mind.
Cooter.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Fucking pussy.
I
Can
get
I
it.
say that on YouTube? We're gonna blurt that out. Hey, one thing, pussy.
So, hold on, I got something on here. I got something on here that I had one of our listeners asking. Sorry, I can't remember who you were.
Like the beers and deers koozies.
They asked
I
us.
tried to fit mine on the cup, but it wouldn't go.
Yeah, they gotta go.
They asked us how do you handle nerves, and we kind of touched on the last podcast, and Kevin said it actually, and I didn't even really think about it, but I do that. I talk to myself.
Yeah,
I'm
if
like,
you're looking for expert advice, just talk to yourself.
Yeah. Man,
like
that shrink ain't gonna fucking help me out.
Talk about what you say before you shoot.
Yeah.
so like.
Everyone's got
Honestly, that helps a lot. Trying to talk myself down a little bit and just try to detach yourself from the moment and just get your head out of. Stop looking at the deer. Stop paying attention and just take a second and detach, and that helps a lot. And Sam is tuning in the background, and she's saying like my shot sequence. So. And a lot of people do this, and it's kind of related. Like when I draw my bow, I go through the same thing every time in my head. I knock an arrow, and I'll say this in my head: arrow knocked.
No, wait, hang on. When you practice, and
When I
everything?
practice too, yes, I do it when I practice, and I do it when I hunt, and it helps me to kind of detach and I
get
think about my process, and I stop thinking about the deer and my stand and the wind and everything, because I go through what I'm saying in my head. So arrow knocked, rest up, and then when I draw, I say aim small, miss small, and then when I'm at full draw and I let half my breath out and I hold it, then I start quoting Psalm 91 in my head. And because it's something I memorized years and years ago, and it's just something for me that it's long as hell. So even if I'm at full draw for close to a minute, I'm still going through that.
Now, will you quote the whole thing before you take the shot?
No, absolutely not. I'll shoot
Okay.
whenever I'm just doing that in
Yeah,
my
just-
head. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's just going, and I shoot when I shoot. But I'm just doing that in my head, so I'm not thinking like don't miss or fucking don't look at the antlers or fucking
He's
I don't
thinking
know.
about getting laid when he was younger.
Yeah.
Baseball.
Get your head out of there, like detach, and
Yeah.
it's helped me. And both times I've fucked up on those bucks, I didn't do that.
And
Routine.
Because I got so
shitty
amped up,
broadheads.
and it's here nor there. But I got so worked up by them antlers, man, that I just didn't do what I normally do. You know what I mean? It threw me off so much, and I'm not saying I won't do it again, but I try. That's something that I try to do to help me to maintain my composure.
well, that's good for you.
What do? You do anything?
I bury the pin and let her fly, Daddy.
Yeah, let her eat.
I'm kind of the same way.
None of you guys do any of that?
I'm lazy. I'll just knock the safety
Yeah,
off an aim, son.
Yeah, I'm kind of.
I'll just sit down.
Yeah, I don't do. I'm just in the moment.
I
Yeah.
put the pin on the crease and let her fly.
And honestly, it
If it works for you, it works for you. Hey,
Yeah, you got to do what stick with what works.
That is probably what a lot more people should practice. We should probably even practice it, but we don't.
one of the main things that made me want to do it is after I dry fired my bow.
Ugh.
Because I wasn't like paying attention. I'm just going through the motion. I'm shooting so much, and I'm bam, there's no arrow in there.
But if you had a routine.
But now I have this routine
Right.
where I'm like arrow knocked, and I look at my arrow. If my arrow ain't in there, I can't say arrow knocked. You know what I mean? So like, that's part of the reason why I created this routine.
Yeah, these fat girls on Tinder, if I don't bring home deer meat, they kill me. So
It's
I
going to be different
Holler
this
at your
year.
boy. I got a bunch for you.
gotta execute my shots, or they're
Just
gonna
video
fucking,
it for
they're
me.
gonna
They're
fucking
all
murder
hungry.
me. They're hungry broads, dude. I gotta fucking feed them.
they got to eat.
If I don't fucking kill deers, they get pissy with me, dude. I gotta go to the dollar menu and they
Hungry,
fucking.
You can't afford it.
I can't afford it. I gotta fucking kill deer. They don't eat, and I
Gotta
fucking
hit
if
her
they
with-
don't eat, I don't. It's bad for me.
Hit her with surf and turf, son, from McDonald's, a number 1 and a number 8.
I gotta get a fucking.
Big Mac and a fucking fish
I don't want to go to the dollar menu after every hunt. I want to fucking kill deer and feed them. I don't.
See, it's going to be different this year because I have a single pin sight. So I don't know how I'm going to.
This is your first year with a single pin,
Mine.
and yours.
Spot hog.
Yeah. See, I've been hunting with them for several years now, and
Probably going to miss a deer or two.
no, you're not.
You don't think?
Nah, I've fucked up target shooting, but
Jamie.
we all shoot so much. You're not gonna do it.
No,
if you
thank
do, I'd be surprised. I've never done it.
Man, I forgot to twist my sight at Lancaster Archery
Yeah.
on one of the steel targets.
Yeah.
So
Well, we shot today. We had a good little group therapy session. Been a while since we all got
Yeah, we
together.
stretched out to 70
we
yards
stretched
today.
that
out.
was slow. It's like, okay.
But it was
By
good
the
for
way,
year we're going
let's,
in
let's
there.
touch on that. At 70 yards, the Schwacker and the Thunderhead, Broadhead, both hit dead nuts.
Yeah.
Shit.
Shout out Reinhardt targets.
Which I didn't even have to move my sight from my field point with the Schwacker or the Thunderhead. They were both a touch
Shooting true. Yeah.
a touch to
they
the
were
right,
nice.
but I think that was just my field points were a
And
touch
me,
to the right too.
and me being Mr. Last Minute Louie over here. I come over, I'm like, man, I got to throw a new sight tape, and I got these knocks on. I'm cranked down to 70. So luckily, I was at 65 pounds, and I put the nocturnals on, and I cranked my bow down to 70,
And didn't even have to change
and didn't
your
have to
sight.
change the sight tape. I lucked out. So
Yeah.
I was going over to your house today, shooting. I was like, man, I got to fucking change my sight tape before the fucking season comes in. Like, I got to get this shit squared up.
Yeah. Well, you were assuming because you put these lighted knocks on that your sight tape's gonna be different because it adds weight to your arrow.
But we cranked her up to my bow to 70 pounds, and it leveled itself
it
out.
evened itself
Yeah,
out.
he switched up
Yeah.
a little bit.
Use lighted knocks, Kevin?
Goddamn right.
Hell yeah.
Them things are.
This is my first year
It's the
with them,
only
and
way to
dude,
go.
it's the only way to go. From what
It is.
I mean,
It is.
come on.
They're so nice. It's like why not? Why not spend the
Yeah.
extra couple bucks, dude? For one, if it helps you find one arrow, they paid for themselves.
Right.
You know what I mean? It
Would
just-
you reshoot the same arrow?
I do.
Oh yeah.
No,
I do
yeah,
too.
just give it a good, go over
There's
there.
only maybe 2-3 times, and then it grenades.
And not just that.
Yeah.
You're just
And not
Well, you're
just that.
shooting such high speed too.
well, they're so expensive too. You're talking
Yeah.
$110 for 3.
Yeah. Well,
What?
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Raven with the 001
Well,
bolts.
and to me,
Yeah.
it's
That's what mine are.
Yeah.
it's not even as much as it is to be able to reshoot the arrow. It's more to evaluate the shot I shot.
Now with a crossbow, because you're a crossbow guy, do you have to change your string more often?
They say to change it once a year or every 400 shots, and I
Wow.
got two seasons out of it.
There you go.
Okay.
That's good.
I mean, I milked it through. You could see it actually starting to
Yeah,
unwind.
yeah. I milked.
So I hit her with a little extra wax and let her
I got a
ride.
question for you. What's the furthest shot you're willing to take with compound bow?
60.
In a hunting scenario?
60.
60? Mine's probably up about 40. What's the furthest shot you're willing to take with a crossbow?
Depends on how. If it was a monster, I'll jack her out to 100.
Hell
Shoot,
yeah, hell
Dad.
yeah, Daddy-o.
That's a shot.
My comfort zone, 20 yards. I like to
that's-
get them in that.
So you're in the
20-yard
same realm. You're
Yep.
still in the same
I don't-
realm as the compound bow.
I can do it. That doesn't mean I want to do
Right.
it. I like to get them in
What's
as
your-
close as I can.
What's your comfort zone?
20 yards. That's where I
That's
like.
where
I
you
like
wanna
to
be.
stay. I like to stay.
Seth-
I mean, it's definitely a plus to shoot a crossbow, but it's nice to get them as close as you can.
Well, I mean that's what it is with bow hunting. Like you're with your bow, if you're bow hunting, whether it's a crossbow or a
Thank you.
compound bow, you want to get them as close as possible.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's ideal.
I-
Seth? What's your comfort range for hunting? Not what you'll take. What's your comfort range?
Optimal
Your optimal shooting range.
situation.
Maximum optimal.
My man shoots a bow. How many times?
What's your
how many days a
maximum?
week does he shoot a bow?
What's your maximum
I sh-
comfort zone?
I shoot almost every day. Here lately, I've been every other. But my maximum comfortable range,
Comfortable.
50 yards. I'm driving tacks.
Okay. So that's you can hunt 50 yards.
At 50 yards, I often get all 3 of my arrows touching.
All right. So I have another question for the round table.
But what do I want? I want
as close as possible.
20
Oh,
yards.
absolutely. That's
Yeah.
every
I want 15
And
yards.
every one of us are killing deer within fucking 20 yards this year.
Yeah.
What? Okay, so we got the round table of your comfort zone. What's the maximum shot you'll take?
60.
60 is your maximum?
60.
60.
Yeah, I'm really comfortable at 50. I'm really comfortable
My
at 60.
max
But that's my max.
my max is 50.
Man, I get a 170
Yup.
within 60.
But then you
range
throw that,
finder
then
out
you
a
throw-
little
but that's
wide.
almost it's almost like a scenario thing, right? Then you
go.
throw that in.
Yeah.
So like we walk out, like when we go to Seth's house and we practice as a group, we do like a couple, like get our wiggles out at like 30 and we go to 50. Like 50 is
we
our
usually start at 50.
50 is like 50 is our ground zero essentially.
Yeah.
So me being really comfortable at 50, if I got a 170 at fucking 65,
It's going.
Let her
I'll-
It's Call UPS.
if I'm being honest,
she's going.
if I'm being honest, it may go.
Yeah.
Just send it.
That's my thing. I mean,
I don't
can,
like to just send it. I want to be confident
170.
that I
I'm
can
going
do
to
it.
100.
But it depends on how I feel.
because odds are you're never going to see that buck again, and that's like, I almost always get in the kill zone out at 100 yards, and if I got a 170-inch deer at 70 yards, I'm gonna think real hard about letting it fly. And hey,
I'm not thinking.
there's a lot of people who would call me a fucking asshole, piece of shit, whatever. You know what? Go
But
fuck
you know
yourself,
what?
'cause you
Get fucked.
but if you see me shoot at 70, and everybody will be like, yeah, you're killing deer at 70 all day long. But I limit myself. I don't want to shoot that far. But if there's a 170-inch deer in front of me, I'm probably gonna let her eat at 70 yards.
But I can tell you right now, I'm not trying to talk the host up and the guest up on this podcast. But
John Wick.
But I talk to guys at like work.
Well,
I talk to guys that bow hunt at work, and they're like, so when you shoot, when you practice, where do you practice? I'm like, I don't know, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. I'll stretch out
Sometimes
to 100.
110.
And they're like, they look at me like, you're full of shit. And I'm like, dude, I got the bow in the back of my truck. You want to go shoot 100 yards? We'll shoot 100 yards.
Look at the Instagram. You can watch us do it.
Yeah, but like it's we really do challenge ourselves more than your average Joe, and like, and it's proof because I shoot. There's a half a dozen guys that they don't believe me. I'm like, dude, I'll walk. Let's walk at the 50, bro.
Yeah.
But how many people at your work take hunting serious the same way
Right.
you do?
How
Yeah,
many
That's
of
true.
them-
know what I
That's-
mean?
Yeah, that's
How
true.
many of them are shooting almost every day in the off season?
That's
You
true.
know what I mean?
You're
How-
like
we're
I said,
we're
when I met
select
you,
few.
you were the only one that I knew about that did it.
But we're not
You
full
know
of
what I mean?
shit. Like we
And-
walk out. Like
we've
we
been-
walk out the 50.
I've been
Like
doing it for years. Back when I worked at York Building, I was shooting out 80 yards, and this was 5 years ago. And I'm a lot better now than I was then. So
It's like anything else. Get
if you
comfortable
practice,
with what you're doing.
you can do it. And there's other. It's not like it's just us. There's a whole crowd of guys. There's guys that follow the podcast that I've talked to went to TAC, and they all feel the same way. They'll fling them out there that far. I mean, it's doable if you just practice. Now, of course, you got the factor of it's a live animal. Of course, you got to take that stuff into consideration.
Factors,
like,
absolutely.
is it real quiet?
Wind.
Are they going to hear that string, or is it windy? It could that arrow move a lot? So there's a lot of things that we're going to take into consideration. It's not like I'm just blindly Hail Mary and throwing this thing up.
they
If
could
the
jump the
stars
string.
align,
Yeah.
They could jump the string at 20.
and
Hell yeah.
and even more so with me being new to the bow hunting community, it's more or less if I can shoot at 70, 20 and 30 are a fucking
Nothing.
Yeah.
joke.
chip shot. That's
It's
why.
not even really like, hey, I'm gonna have a buck run at 170 buck running at 70 yards. I'm gonna fucking take a shot at. No, it's fucking. I'm shooting at 70 because when I get to fucking 20 and 30, it's a fucking chip.
What do you do at 20 yards when you miss one, though?
Yeah,
That's you sleep
Hey.
all night long.
Yeah.
operator
I did
error,
it,
baby.
I did it last year. And it was because of something stupid. I came to full draw and I let go, and my bottom cam, when it dropped, it hit the bottom of my tree stand.
There's a sleepless
But
night
hey.
right
Yeah,
there.
there's a killing, hating myself, and you're
It's gonna
gonna
happen.
You're gonna do
If
it.
you can make yourself more comfortable, then you do it.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
You don't even speak in my house when that happens.
Yeah.
It's quiet time. It's quiet time.
Don't talk to me.
No.
In the door, right to bed.
Yeah.
Because hey, it's human error. Everybody's gonna fuck up. But if
We're not
if,
machines.
if I'm on my best game and I'm shooting great and the weather and the circumstances permit, I can shoot a deer out 80 yards realistically. But it would have to be a perfect circumstance, and that's very rare that's going to happen. And my nerves would have to be good. So that's why I say, what will I actually do? Under 50 is where I'm at.
But it's nice putting yourself in the worst case scenarios.
Yeah,
it's nice walking into
it's-
100 yards, 70, 80, 90. It's nice being out there and fucking
Yeah.
and walking in and feeling and just breathing. You're like, oh,
yeah.
fucking this 50 is a
What
fucking joke.
what was the total? What was that thing? The furthest target at
Pro
the
Rocher Challenge?
Lancaster.
Oh, it was.
It was like a 60-yard
60,
shot or something. It's a
70.
metal target with a just in the kill zone. We got what each? We got 5 arrows in there to
yeah,
qualify
5.
for. I mean, if you could do that, why can't you do it on a deer?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's totally doable. That's just my thoughts on it, and it's circumstantial, and it's a very delicate subject because people disagree on it so much. So there's a lot of people who say you shouldn't shoot outside of 25 yards.
Eat a dick.
And I've killed a lot of deer past 20 yards, and I've actually never shot a deer. 45 is the longest I have shot, but that's because that's kind of where I'm at. I don't want to go past that.
But I find myself impressed whenever the Beers and Deers crew rolls up to these competitions. We impress.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of good
Anybody
shooters
can
out
do
there,
it.
and there's a lot of
Anybody
guys
can
that
do
are shooting just as good and better than we are, and there's a lot of guys that will reach out further. I mean, there's guys that I know. Don from Autumn Sky, he shot a whitetail at 90 yards.
Dude.
With a bow, not a crossbow.
What broadhead was
with
he
a bow.
shooting?
Combo, I don't know.
Compound bow. I mean, it is doable. It's doable. It's just everything has to be perfect. That's all. You can't overthink it. Can't oversell it. Is it ideal? No. Is it doable? Yeah, absolutely.
But if you can get out there and if you have the yardage capability and the targets to do it, I recommend doing it. As a new bow hunter, I recommend doing it.
That's what it comes down to, is if you're comfortable.
If you want to lose a couple arrows, then do it.
Yeah. Fucking send it.
Send it. Full send.
Still going to send it.
All right, so here, I kind of want to pick everyone's brains. So we all know who Fred Bear is, clearly.
Okay.
So I have Fred Bear's 10 Commandments. I'm going to read through each one, and we're kind of going to pick everyone's brains and do a go or no go on each one. I want everyone's kind of input on it. If there is any input, you should be clear. It can be a complete agree, disagree, whatever. All right, so number 1, don't step on anything you can step over.
I'm going with that.
Yeah.
Everyone's going with that. Okay. Number 2, don't look for deer. Look for movement, and remember, it's what they're looking for too.
100%.
What do you think?
I'm with that.
Everyone's with it.
Sit still in the stand, man, and if you're looking at your environment, movement is the first thing you're going to see.
Everyone is aligned. Okay. Number 3, always approach downwind. In the cool of the day, move uphill. In the heat of the day, move downhill.
I'm out. I'm out.
I agree with that 100%. But
All right.
I know our boy here's got that
All right.
Ozonics.
All right, he's got the ozonic, so that number 3 is just irrelevant. then.
non-factor.
Yes.
Non-factor with the
Times have
ozonics.
changed,
They make a backpack that you can run that while you're walking.
Okay, so you're going. Technology has overruled number 3. Or
I'm
one-
going with
Okay,
technology.
so number 3 has been overruled by the ozonics, is what you're
Okay.
telling me.
Okay.
All right, that's trial. Everyone's got to try all that out. Number 4, the best camouflage pattern is called, in quotations, sit down and be quiet. Your grandpa hunted deer in red plaid coat. Think about that for a second.
I'm with it 100%. I spend good money on hunting gear, but honestly, I spend money more so to stay warm when it's cold than I do for camo.
Worn a bunch
More
of
of a
black
comfort.
Carhartt.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, the camo patterns these days, I feel, are just a bonus.
I want to stay cold and dry.
Yep.
As to the camo is less of a factor for me.
Yeah, it's more of a bonus.
Yeah.
Essentially.
I think it works and it helps.
Yeah, I agree.
But sit still and shut the fuck up.
All right, coming in at number 5. Take only the gear to the field that allows you to hunt longer, harder, and smarter.
Yeah, I mean, I try to.
We just spoke
talked
that.
about that.
We just
Minimize
talked
what
that.
we're taking in.
If it fits, it ships. If I
All
can
right.
take it with me,
I'm with you.
it's
I'm
going.
aligned with that. Number 6. This one's a little controversial with a lot of people. I speak this with some people, and it's controversial. Number 6. A rainstorm isn't a reason to quit the hunt. It's a reason to stay.
No, they're gonna move when it stops raining. I'm in. I'm staying.
You're buying that.
Yeah,
You're in
I'm-
on that.
yep.
So we're in on the rainstorms.
If it's a light drizzle, I love a light drizzle. And
I
if
do
it's
too.
a heavy downpour, if it's going to be brief, like Kevin's saying, as soon as it stops, they're moving.
Gets a moving. All right. Coming in at number 7. Camouflage your appearance, your sound, and your scent.
I know shit.
That's just kind of deer hunting. That's kind of deer hunting 101, right? So camouflage your appearance, your sound, and your scent. Everyone's aligned with that. The best you can. Number 8. Be sure of your shot. Nothing is more expensive than regret.
Damn right.
And we've all been there.
Oh yeah.
Be confident in your ability. Be confident in your shot. Number 9. Hunt where the deer actually are, not where you'd imagine them to be.
That's a no-brainer.
That's going to be a big one for me this year. I'm going to start thinking outside the box more on that.
Yeah.
You can think of, you have this envision, like this spot in your head, and you're just like, man, like, what isn't there to like about this spot? Like, I'm just like, it's got everything they want.
The amount of times I've gone over, like, I've played this scenario in my head, like, a buck's coming from here, a buck's coming from here. It's like, It's never ever happened. Ever.
Yeah, you
I agree.
got to get real time information.
I concur.
This is why cameras are great, and sitting in the stand, you'll see what they do.
Well, apparently with the Ozonics, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
2 tons of corn.
Yeah, hell yeah.
All right.
You gotta stack the odds in your favor, man.
Coming in at number 10, Fred Bear's 10 Commandments. Next year's hunt begins the minute the season hunts ends.
Yep.
Kevin just said that earlier.
Yep.
So you hit the grind as soon as the fucking...
There's 2 seasons. Deer season and not deer season.
Absolutely. So Fred Bear's 10 Commandments. If you're a new bow hunter or a new hunter in general, or us more seasoned, it's good to lean back on some fundamental things from the OGs.
Yeah, he knew what he was
I
doing.
feel he knew what he was doing. It worked. So that might be something for
goat.
everyone. Yeah, that might be something for everyone to reference
Yeah.
and lean on. There's a couple things that I could take from that and fucking.
I agree
Use
with
this
all
hunting
of them.
season.
The one I say to myself all the time is, don't look for deer, look for movement.
Agreed.
I mean, because you can look for deer, man, and you'd be surprised how well them coats blend into their environment. Especially, like I remember I sent a video to somebody, a Snapchat, of a bunch of does eating corn pie. I was sitting over years back, and somebody was like, wow, you can barely even see them. And it's like, yeah, they're in the fall, the late fall, man, they got their winter coats on. They can be hard to see.
The tail gives them away.
The tail, yep, that white is what gets them. And movement.
And these animals have adapted to the seasons.
Yeah.
Their coats change to our seasons. So as the season progresses, their coats change with the season.
Yeah. Right now they're shedding their summer coat and getting that fall coat.
These
So
are
sometimes you'll see some like mangy looking deer.
yeah these
Yeah.
these
They got orange, brown,
yeah
all
these
that.
animals have evolved to be something.
Take
Yeah.
it away from us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have evolved over thousands of years to be prey animals and to evade predators. And
It
that's
hasn't worked. It hasn't
Yeah, good luck.
good luck.
Good luck, Daddy.
Because guess what? We're coming for you. Every one of us.
Motherfuckers.
The John Wick over here.
Hell
You
yeah.
got the John
You
Wick
got
and
to
put a
die.
3-piece suit on, 3-piece Italian suit, and he goes in the
It's
woods.
going down. I wear a chicken suit. It don't matter to me. I'm going.
I'll wear my birthday suit. I don't give a
It
fuck.
don't matter.
I'm getting out there. 6 days, it's happening. Hurricane or not, I'm going. I don't care.
I'm there.
Oh,
Bring
we're
the
in.
hurricane.
We're in, baby.
Doing it. I can't miss it.
We're in.
I'm hunting morning. I don't care. I'm going
Yeah.
to public land. Fuck them.
We're hunting all day.
Oh, hey,
All day.
morning in the early season. What do you think?
Not much luck, but I'm still going.
Hell yeah.
I'm with you. Hell yeah.
Yeah. You got it.
I'm
We've
working it.
waited this long.
It's Christmas
Yeah,
morning,
you
baby.
got to go just because
Yeah.
you've waited.
Yeah.
It's Christmas
Yep.
morning.
Wait, we've doubled up. We've ran a little bit. Anybody else got anything else to wrap this up?
No.
Best guess yet.
Best guess. yet.
Kevin, appreciate
Thank
you
you,
coming
fellas.
out, man.
Great job.
Ladies and
Kev.
gentlemen, this is the Beers and Deers podcast. We appreciate y'all tuning in. Give us a like and subscribe.
Tell
We'll
your
see y'all
friends.
very soon. Deer season's coming.
Tell your,
Hell yeah.
tell your friends about us.
Yeah,
We're coming for your deer.
Bye.